Chapter 17. The Hailstorm. Olina said goodbye to the little Sizzle-Fizzle with a promise to come back and play. They were halfway through to the Troll Hills. They had to venture out from the tree line and out in the open now as the tree line ended. Olina felt more confident even though Hazel had warned her about the unpredictable Sizzle-Fizzles. Since they were out in the open, they were able to go a bit faster, and Hazel peeped out from Olina's pocket, enjoying the ride. They could still see strange weather phenomena going on around them, and very locally. Now there were thunder and lightning over the Troll Hills, and when Olina looked back at the forest, it was pouring down with rain one second, and the other it was snowing. Right where they walked, there wasn't any of the Sizzle-Fizzles in sight. And Olina was starting to think that might be for the best. It seemed that they were competing or playing against each other, who would make the weather change before the other and cancel out what the others were doing. Making their way to the Troll Hills, suddenly Olina felt cold and the air went damp. A fog came creeping, and she wasn't sure what would come next. Then they heard a wild laughter again. This time it was another Sizzle-Fizzle. A big puffy white-grey cloud had formed above them, and hail started to fall right where they were walking. There was nowhere to take cover, so Olina went on heading for the Troll Hills. The Sizzle-Fizzle wasn't happy about them ignoring the impressive demonstration of hail clouds, so he threw his little fuzzy arms in the air and mumbled some unrecognizable words. The hail grew bigger and bigger, and the cloud followed Olina wherever she went. Soon the hail hurt, even though Olina had pulled her hood up, and she ran as fast as she could. But the little Sizzle-Fizzle just made the cloud follow her, no matter how fast she ran. Then Hazel came up with an idea, as she worried that Olina would get seriously hurt. "Take the drum, Olina," she yelled to be heard over the hailstorm, which now it had become. "Put it over your head." Olina pulled the drum from her back and held it over her head. It was a big relief as the hail hurt her head. They were rock sides now and felt as such. As soon as she held the drum over her head, something magical happened. Bum, 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 ba 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 bum, 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 it sounded, almost like a melody. It sounded so funny that they couldn't help but laugh, and the Sizzle-Fizzle, like the last one, couldn't resist either, as he was so surprised. As they all laughed from the hail melody on the drum, the sun suddenly came out, and the hailstorm was over. The melody naturally stopped as well, but the little Sizzle-Fizzle still laughed, and now sort of hysterically, so that Olina and Hazel worried that he had gone mad. "Are you all right?" Olina asked the little fellow. "I'm fine," he said, still laughing madly. "I just never made such a music with my weather magic before." "Well, it did sound funny, the way the hail landed on the drum," Olina said. "But now we really need to go." "Wait! Don't you want to keep playing the drum with me? I can make bigger hails this time." No, thank you," Olina said quickly. "It was very impressive, but we really must go now. You are welcome to tag along if you want." "Can I?" The little Sizzle-Fizzle lit up like a sparkler, and little electrical sparkles literally fizzled out from his fur in excitement. "Of course, come along," Hazel said, and they all went on their merry way to the Troll Hills.